Hi Libra, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. So this is going to serve for the Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Libra from October the 18th through the 24th. Happy birthday to all the late Libras that are out there, and happy birthday to the Scorpios that are experiencing the 22nd on for their first early Scorpios, okay? If you are a Aries, okay, let me back that up. If you're a Libra that has Aries in your chart, Taurus in your chart, Gemini in your chart, this reading is going to be very, very important for you to maybe take a look at the other signs, whether it's your Sun, your Moon, your Rising, your North Node, your Venus, any of those different major points that you have in your particular chart. This week happens to belong to Aries, Taurus, and Gemini as far as the main signs are concerned as we look at their positioning with the moon. But of course, Libra, we still have Libra Sun until we transition over into Scorpio on to the 22nd. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the cards. I'm going to for the Sun, the Rising, and the Moon. I will read those at the end of the reading, and then we'll get into the basics with our standard deck that we have been using for a while this particular month, okay? So again, I'm shuffling for Libra Sun, Libra Rising, and Libra Moon. We will read those at the end. So getting into this specific week, we have a couple of really awesome days this week. We have Friday the 22nd, actually when we start to transition into Scorpio, was a really good energetic day. Sunday the 24th is actually another good energetic day. For the most part, there's some really awesome trines that are happening on that particular day. Wednesday, backing it up, is the full moon in Aries. And at the end of the day, Aries starts to transition into the sign of Taurus. And then, of course, Monday we have Mercury retrograde finally doing its big full force momentum into the direct position, and as well as Jupiter going direct. Now, of course, it's important that you realize that there could still be a shadow period. So things are going to start shaking themselves out a little bit. But for the most part, as we get into this week, you're going to see, like I said last week, there's a lot of forward momentum that you're going to start to see show up. This is the week where you're starting to see the actual manifestations of those things, okay? So as I'm finishing shuffling, and they're coming quickly here, the cards for the Sun, Moon, and Rising, it's important for me to make sure that you understand what the other energetic signs are, okay? So the one fun thing that's going to happen on Monday with the changeovers that we have with the retrogrades going into its direct motion is this conversation that we're having with Mars and Libra. So the conversation that wants to push things forward, and Libra wanting to make sure that the things that happen are balanced is there, and it happens to have a trine with the energy that pops through with the Aquarius and Jupiter combination that's going on. So expansion and artistry and new creativity and new things of that nature. So that is one of the biggest fun energies that comes with what happens on Monday as we go through the transition of everything being in Aries, okay? So I'm going to move the Sun, the Rising, and the Moon sign for Libra this week off to the sides. We'll read those at the end, okay? The other thing that pops up this week on Tuesday is this really fun trine that happens with the Moon in Aries and Venus and Sagittarius. So that's another big push for what Venus wants to have happen with Sagittarius. So how do we, again, balance out this big push of gorgeous energy into some forward momentum, some enthusiasm for what it is that we have coming up? Taking chances, taking charge, but taking things in small little bits this week is really a lot of what it's about. Now, again, Monday, Tuesday, and the better part of Wednesday do belong to Aries, but of course we have the full moon in Aries on Wednesday. So hopefully you'll be able to utilize some energy there to do your full moon releases, get rid of anything that you've been holding on to for the past 30 days and some change with this full moon release. Maybe doing a little moon magic, maybe writing your list out, maybe just doing some extra prayers or meditation, whatever it is for you that gets you to that next level of communicating with spirit or whoever else is in your particular pantheon. I would, really jump on Wednesday to try to get that done. So then at the end of Wednesday and into Thursday, Friday, interesting. Okay. We have the energetics shifting into Taurus. Like I said, so Venus is still here. Little brother is with. So obviously you know that Venus manages Libra and Taurus energy, wanting everybody to look good, feel good, smell good. That's how we put it out there. And so those are the energies that are showing up. Now on Friday, one of the reasons why it's super juicy for me is to explain it in this way with the trines, because those are the favorite things that I like to talk about, are the trines, the reason why things are good. Everything is just kind of lining up. So we have the moon in Taurus. Okay, so Venus is still in play a little bit because we got the moon in Taurus, which has got this trine down. Now we've talked about Pluto in Capricorn for a while, and here's why. So Taurus energy is that practical day-to-day steady Eddie energy that we have, and then Pluto is the energy of judgment. We've talked about that, rebirth, second chances, those different types of things coming through. And Capricorn's best quality about duty and perseverance, about doing whatever it is that you're doing, right? So that's a really good day for like a lot of aha moments for people. And like I said, if you've already started your list about what it is that you would like to have after retrograde goes direct, whether it's new contracts, conversations with people, forward momentum with conversations in whatever situationship you happen to be in, whether it's personal or business, doesn't really matter. These are the times where things are starting to take a lot more forefront, right in the scope of where things happen. Saturday belongs to Gemini, and Sunday belongs to Gemini moon as well. So again, if you have any of those in your chart, that happens to be something you may want to take a look at. So Gemini is that communication, right? Gemini is third house, communication in, communication out. So there could be communication coming towards you, or communication that you're being expected to provide out for people. So take a look at where your chart is and take a look at where some of those big features set up to help you understand a little bit more about what's going on in the reading. Of course, take a look at the description box below. If you're looking to book in, I'm taking sessions. I can help you try to get down to the nubs of what's happening there. Okay, so the trine energy with Gemini happens again on Sunday with that Jupiter expansion energy also into what's going on in Aquarius. So there are a lot of energies that are really, there's some push-pulls, there's some squares. We didn't really talk about that. I will get into it as we lay down the days here if it shows up, to help you understand what's going on with that energy for the day. But for right now, we're going to start with our Psychic Tarot. We're going to lay down our 7 cards for the week. We're going to use and employ the in-between tarot again this week because the energy is shifting as we are more into that part of the mid-month, because we have an extra week here in October, and I want to make sure that we are digging down into it. So you guys know that the Psychic Tarot deck is not meant to be read in the reverse position, but because we're at the transition point for many things happening, Libra, I'm going to be doing a couple of extra deep dives. If we need to use any additional energy or clarifiers, I will bring out my White Sage Tarot deck to do some additional clarifiers, okay? So far, we have, oh, there they are. We have 3 major arcana that have sit here. And we have the Sun card out here as one of your major arcana. So let's really take time to dig into that one. We also have several oracle cards that are going to come out, and I am going to jump back into the overall that we had here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. And then Sunday. Let's see what we've got for Libra on Sunday, when we have Mercury still hanging out with Libra, trying to have some conversation with Uranus in Taurus. How do we bring forward this Fool energy into day-to-day practicality? What do we got going on for Libra on this particular day? Thank you. Woohoo! Okay, we have 2 cards, and I'm going to honor and take them both because they're both damn near the same card. Okay. So we do have a couple cards that showed up in the reverse. Like I said, these are the energies of things starting to shift and starting to move. What's really going on here is the idea of getting organized. If you've not felt like you've been organized, Libra, because of all the additional air energy that's out there and it's throwing you off your game just a nub, you are definitely going to find the clarity for moving forward this particular week is what we've got going on here. Okay, you may have a couple of new choices available to you, and we will break those down. So basically what it is that I see here, oh, they said skip to this. Dang, who got this? Gemini? I think it was either Taurus or Gemini that got the Merkaba. So the Merkaba is talking about all levels of healing. So body, mind, spirit, all levels of healing. And I've said this before because it pops up a lot. The Merkaba, this happens to be my obsidian Merkaba that I have here. It's the shape. It is the double tetrahedron, if you will. And it's important that you understand that that is an opportunity for you to clear your personal vessel, your etheric field. That is the benefit of the shape of the Merkaba. So if you have this at home, you can grid with the Merkaba to help you. You can put it on your physical body. If you even have the shape of it, obviously if you have a crystal Merkaba or any other solid platonic that matches up to the Merkaba's shape. Merkaba depends upon what side of the pond you grew up on as far as the pronunciation, but at the end of the day, it is about the healing. Now, the very first time it popped up, I forgot to read the detail out of the book, so I got the book here on the table to remind me to, you know, slow it down a little bit in conversation and read to you not only the mantra, but the crystal suggestions that are involved with the Merkaba healing all levels of your being, body, mind, spirit, that whole situation that we have going on there. Okay, let's get into the details here. Again, this deck is not meant to be read in the reverse position, but you're in this transition, so I will clarify with the in-between. Here's what we've got. We have a tower moment. We've got Mars that is coming in here on Monday. This deck, it's titled Disruption. That's definitely the energy of Mars that's coming in. Then we have the Truth card that pops in here. This is Judgment that's showing up. This is Pluto hanging out. Okay, having some conversation. On the energy of Wednesday, we have the Five of Cups energy. So in this deck, it's titled Emotional Loss. And if what I'm seeing thusly is showing up, it's because you're going through a change. And sometimes you have to mourn, even if it's just for a little bit of time, the things that you're getting rid of so that you can make space for the new. And there's nothing wrong with appreciating. Always be in your feels. Be authentic when it comes to your feels, right? Excuse me. And this is the day of the full moon. So like I said, you're releasing. There's also a lot of healing that comes out of this card as well. When we get to the energy of Thursday, we've got this Ace of Pentacles that's in the reverse position. So we're going to have to really dig into why the Ace of Pentacles is showing up in the reverse position. Because the next day we have the Sun card. No, we don't. We have the Aquarius energy of the Star card. Beg your pardon. The Hope here in this deck is the Star card. Okay, so that's wishes, additional healing opportunities that are coming through. We have the Four of Cups in the reverse position that shows up on Saturday. And this usually indicates that there's an acceptance of something. There's an offer that is being accepted of some way, shape, form. It could be job, it could be relationship, reconciliation, it could be whatever it is that is coming towards you. It looks as though immediately, it looks as though it could have been that you are accepting whatever that offer is. Now, the reason I'm taking the double set that shows up here on Sunday is because it's kind of badass. So this is the fourth major arcana that pops out. We have the Triumph card. This is the Chariot. So we have major Cancer, major arcana that's here, moving forward swiftly with whatever's coming on. And then the universe is saying also moving on. So Six of Swords energy. So I'm going to keep those two together because it's a high progression of detail from what it is that I'm seeing here. All of this, like I said, at the end of the day boils down to Getting your authority back in situation, getting you back to you, getting your clarity back, and again, a lot of healing that either has been going on or needs to continue for you in this upcoming week, and we will dig into that. But before we do the clarifiers, I am going to stop, and they're asking me to stop and go with the numerology deck. So Libra, I'm going to pull a numerology card for you / me. Here we go. Let's see. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Stop. Thank you. It's this one. Thank you. We got two. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Nice. We have love and we have environment that is here. So Venus all up in the reading here for us this week. So for me, like I said, there's reconciliation that's on the table for some people, but basically environment. Now let's talk about the word environment, card number 44, because the angels are trying to get your attention on this one. This is about recreating your physical structure. So we have 444 that's sitting here. Some of you are very highly tuned in, and your angels are trying to explain to you some changes that need to be made within your environment. Now your environment could be internal, physical self, but your environment can also be your surroundings. So it could be your home, it could be your office, it could be your car, depending upon what it is that you do for a living. Wherever it is that you spend the majority of your time, there's probably a little bit of cleanup and some extra love that can be spread on in with your environment. So there's going to be this need this upcoming week in order for you to get back into your authority, in order for you to receive the additional clarity and organization. Organization is the word that they keep saying, organizing. Getting yourself organized mentally, physically, spiritually, and also your space. That's what they want to say. Okay. So we will do, they said stop, okay. They want to use the masters. So we're going to bring out the keepers of the light, and we're going to see which master would like to step forward for Libra this week. Stop. Thank you. There it is. Ooh. Holy Amethyst is here. Divine Alchemy. Move beyond whatever current challenge you currently think that you're in and focus on what it is that you desire. So that is the card that we have. Holy Amethyst. Divine Alchemy. Work being done behind the scenes. You alchemizing the particular situation. What involvement do you have in the particular situation? So Merkaba. Love, environment, what is your level of responsibility? What are you doing? Only you'll know what's going on in your particular situation, but we will try to do some other clarifiers here. Can you guys see that? I'm going to move over Dragon. There we go. Just so that you can get another level and layer of that, okay? Now are we ready? Proceed. Thank you. All right, my friends. Let's break this week down day by day and see what we have going on. So the cards that are in the reverse position are the ones that are going to get the majority of the clarifiers. So Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are going to get the majority of these clarifiers. But of course, we'll jump in and we'll do whatever the universe asks me to do here. Tower. Monday, disruption. Usually when the tower shows up in the reverse position, it's because there's one or two things happening. Either you're resisting a change that you have an awareness of, or the universe is skirting something to support you on this particular day. Now, we do have Mars in Libra, like I said, with that trine that happens with Jupiter in Aquarius. So for me, I'm kind of feeling that on this Monday, that is really kind of a placeholder for what's going on in the universe. Excuse me. Okay, you guys know. Hold on. There is so much energy that's in this room right now with all these zodiac angels for Libra. It is thick in here with love and light and support. And if you could see what I could see. There's just a lot. Okay. Sorry. Here we go. We're going to move forward. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is going on with this tower in the reverse position on Monday the 18th? Jupiter going direct. Mercury going direct. Woo! Did you see that? We have the King of Wands into the Page of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups into the Two of Cups. Is there another? No, they said no. So the storyline is authority, King, Wands, energy of doing. You guys know that my analogy is the construction family. That's the Wands family for me. Job, change, function, project, change. Moving out of doing something on your own into doing something with another person. So let me show you what this looks like. For me, what this is saying is that there's an official situation with a job or an institution or some sort of a something that you're doing with regards to literally doing something, creator energy, moving forward, fire energy, if you will. And what this card indicates with this King of Wands into the Page of Wands is that there is this transition of knowledge that's kind of happening for doing something. So there's this new spark of trying to get something done, right? And what the universe is trying to say is that the Ace of Cups is being given to you. Now in this deck, the individuals are the cups. So this is the Ace of Cups. But what you have to realize is that there's Two of Cups here. There is the opportunity for more than one individual to be involved in this particular situation. They said clarify the Ace of Cups. You want this deck or do you want tiny deck? Okay, we're going to clarify this Ace of Cups. Woo, that was fast. Thank you, universe. Tower. Okay, so what's happening is that for some of you, you are getting to the point where you're realizing you're getting over this, and because it's the Tower, I'll be done with it because it's the Tower on the Tower. You are getting to the point where you're recognizing and realizing that your construction, literally, whatever it is that you're constructing, if you're an entrepreneur, a business, an expansion of a product line or a service offering or whatever the case may be. If you are if you're in business and you hold a supervisory position or something of that particular nature, then what we're talking about is sharing the information and sharing the load. That's what we're talking about here. With the Ace of Cups into the Two of Cups, you are acting as how do I say this? The King is receiving the Ace. So the King is receiving this more, communication. That's what is being told to me. There's more communication that's getting ready to come to this King. Whether you're female or male, it doesn't really matter. But the King is the material production of. It's the actual realization of, whereas the Queens are normally the creator energy, the thought process, the thinkers, and let's try to plan all this stuff out. The Kings are the ones that make sure that things are solid and in the natural form. So the King is getting ready to receive a full cup. But what the information is that this Page of Wands, so there's new communication coming about a new partner, is what I'm getting out of this. It's, hey King, pay attention to the fact that there's a new partner that's coming up in this particular situation. And whoever this partner is, you're going to be really, really happy with it because you have the Five of Wands in the reverse position, which means you're getting rid of conflict within yourself. There's no competition with who this partner is. Whatever that might have been in the past for you, whether or not it was realized or not, whether meaning if it was in your mind or actually if you have let's say a vendor competitor type of a situation, there is a union that is getting ready to come together in your future here. And with realizing that, the universe is sparing you from a problem. So there's a new partner that's coming, Libra. So the Tower in this particular moment is that the universe, well, that didn't work out too well, did it? The universe is bringing a new partner to you to help you construct with whatever your plans are. Okay? Now, for some of you, that partner is going to be more of your divine connection within yourself, that Two of Cups, that holy connection between you and yourself, your higher self. So there's more partnership that's coming and more clarity that's coming that will help to support you. Whew, that was a long way around Sunday, you guys. All the better to explain it to. All right. So therefore, when we get to the energy of Tuesday, when we get to judgment here, when we get to Pluto, and we've talked about Pluto up, down, left, right, and center, Pluto is really here to help change things, okay? Pluto is here to give you second chances, second opportunities. It's a rebirth, but the reality is you have to be ready to be ready to be ready in order to receive it in the upright. So let's figure out what's going on with Libra, that the Pluto Justice card is in the reverse, not Justice, a woman speak English. The Judgment card is in the reverse position. Thank you. Okay, so what we got is the energy for some of you guys. Yep. Resisting. You're resisting that Two of Cups. That's what's up. You're resisting that Two of Cups. You're resisting, you're almost waiting for different conversation or communication to come through so that you can get into this Neptune, this Uranus energy that is here. So we've got the energy of the Fool and we've got the energy of the Magician. I love this deck because of the imagery alone, but the messaging that is put on here is absolutely awesome. In order for the Fool to take off, right? He's gathering all of the details that he needs at that particular moment. In the traditional deck, the Fool is only shown standing on the cliff with faith. Little teeny tiny backpack. He has nothing but net new. His whole world is set out, as far as fresh and daisy and youthful enthusiasm. And we're going to go do this, do this, do this. The Magician card that sits here, though, with it, Mercury, with the Fool in this position, is saying there's an opportunity to gather. There's an opportunity to gather more information for whatever is coming. So it does look to me as though you're looking for more information with this Eight of Wands because you're getting a little bit tired. This is where the healing kind of comes in to play. You are tired right now and you are waiting for more information. So the other thing that's coming for me is that some of you are super tuned in. And what is coming to you are a lot of downloads from the universe. You're getting a lot of DNA upgrades. You're getting a lot of downloads from your spiritual team. And your spiritual team is trying to lay out the information that's going to be for your best and highest good. So my recommendation would be, without even moving forward, you have to listen to what it is that they have to say. Sometimes we need to shift directions just a nub in order to get to the long-term goal. So I think that's kind of what's going on here, because they want me to use the word avoidance. There's an avoidance that's particularly happening for some of you. You may have a knowledge about this already happening, High Priestess or High Priest, but for some of you, you're resisting your intuition about what you know might need to be right. I'm going to let that go. Nope, they said, no, you're not. You're going to clarify. You're not being patient. You're not being patient. You want everything to be in front of you now. So what do you want me to clarify then? This Two of Cups and the Fool. All right. Two of Cups. The Lovers. A choice, a decision. Usually it's the right decision being made. It can be a lover. Okay. It can be a domestic partner. It can also be a business partner. They're saying apprentice. Either you're the apprentice trying to learn something from someone, which is where the relationship combination comes in with that Two of Cups, or you have a responsibility for teaching somebody something. Okay. You're avoiding this a little bit. Okay. You're avoiding this a little bit. There's something going on with whoever that lover is in your world that there's a little bit of resistance for. Okay. So then you want me to clarify. All right. Well, we have a couple of cards that wanted to fly, so I'm going to take them. It's all four? Yes. Ace of Swords in reverse, Seven of Cups, Four of Cups, and then the Seven of Swords. Okay. Yeah, this has a lot to do with choices that are going to make you happy and what it is that you need to be able to do in order to get to that point. So the Ace of Swords in the reverse position means that this is a timing situation, okay? Which I think is why the emphasis on the 8. It's like you're waiting for all this additional information. This is a timing. at least in the past. There was a timing issue with a bunch of different options that were made available to you. There is an option that you're going to take, though. This Four of Cups, because this is the same card that shows up here on, oops, sorry, I didn't realize you couldn't see that. That shows up here on Saturday is the offer. So there's an offer that has maybe been made to you before in the past, and maybe you weren't like really appreciating it. But this offer is a genuine offer. We've got the Seven of Wands, Swords, woman, that's a sword, sorry. Seven of Swords in the reverse position, which means all cards are on the table. There's no secrets. There's no hidden agenda. There's nobody hiding anything. There's nothing for you to drop. That person that offered you the position doesn't have anything to drop. It's like all roads are opening up at this particular moment. And so you're just kind of like, you're in this like, really? You're trying to evaluate what's going on here. If it does have something to do with a physical relationship and you are examining the truth, they're giving me 3 lines here. This is going to be a long reading. If you are in a position where you're challenging, and we're going to specifically say love relationship at this particular moment, you are trying to communicate what it is that you want to have that's fresh and new in the relationship. And you're trying to be soft in your communication style. You're trying to make sure that there's lots of options that are available to the both of you. But there is an offer that you are trying to get them to accept with regards to how genuine you're being at this particular moment. So the Seven of Swords gets a bad rap. You guys know how I feel about the Seven of Swords because this is what was explained to me as I'm getting my details. Yes, it can mean that someone's being sneaky and backstabby, and it can be. But it's the highest minor arcana card for wishing when you think about it in the other direction. Because someone is holding something so close to the vest, it can be viewed as sneaky. Wishes, wants, ideals. They can't take everything with them, so they're taking the best of what they've got. And when someone holds something so tightly, it can be viewed as sneaky or standoffish is the other word. But in this particular situation, the conversation that's coming through is genuine. Okay? They said, fair enough, move on. Okay. I will do that. The emotional withdrawal then, okay? Really for me is the healing aspect that's coming out of the conversation that's going to take place. There's an avoidance of a tower moment that could have been very, very harsh. We're releasing the Five of Wands. We are releasing biting. That's the word, biting. Because the Ace of Swords is double-edged sword too. Okay? Stabby, stabby versus slicing things down evenly. There's another option. And it looks to me like there's something that's going to be more heartfelt and jovial about this. But basically, Tuesday is going to be a really, really good day for you to understand this pushing momentum that Mars is doing, because it's going to be there on Tuesday as well. So obviously the energy transfers over. This energy of Mars pushing into what Libra wants to be able to do in balance could be a little conflicting, because the Aries energy wants to be able to also be Aries energy, like in your face. Let's do this. Let's push this self-will. So if it's taking you a couple of days to kind of get through that, and you have to kind of slow down a little bit, there's an evaluation process. And again, there's nothing wrong with being in your feels as long as you don't stay in the negative too long. Now, the other thing that the Five of Cups means is apology. Okay, so there's apologies that are coming, whether it's you or whether it's whoever it is that you're dealing with over here coming, because it can mean apologies and it can mean regret, which means therefore an apology is on its way. So watch out for that energy on Wednesday. Again, full moon release. Let go of all the old shit and let the new gorgeousness come through. So let's figure out on Thursday why we have this Ace of Pentacles kind of hanging out in the reverse position. We still have Mars in Libra. Okay, so pushing. Again, with that Pluto Capricorn energy that shows up. So practically, how are we going to accept or not accept this new coin that shows up? Because you've already had another ace that showed up on the ground here. Let's figure out what is going on with Libra and this Ace of Pentacles, prosperity beginning or not beginning. Let's figure out what's going on here on Thursday. Okay. Thank you. Okay. There is an opportunity. This is the day you're going to figure it out. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse position, so that's definitely a hard decision being made. The Two of Swords going into the Three of Swords, meaning you have to do what you have to do, and it might be hard for someone else to swallow, but it needs to be done, a decision being made, having enough information at that particular moment to make a confident decision, okay? The King of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, for sure, being completely unaffected by this decision. I've thought my thoughts, I figured it out. In order for me to get to this new prosperity moment, I have to think about this union. So here we go again with this Two of Coins into the Three of Coins, which is the same energy of expansion and apprenticeship. So there's something going on with this expansion and apprenticeship with this new prosperity beginning. So there could be just a little bit of a delay is what I'm getting for this new situation that you want to show up. So it's like the beginnings of the paperwork and everything are starting over here. The conversations are starting over here. By the time you get to Thursday, it's possible that the timing of this decision, because you're the right person for the situation, is accurate. You got the Page of Cups. There definitely is some honesty with this expansion that needs to happen, but the timing is just a little bit wonky this particular day. So just, again, when Mercury goes direct, we still have about at least another 7 to 10 days before everything is like fully in full momentum. So for me, this is a timing situation. That is why we have the Star card on Friday. Hope. Wishes, additional wishes, and additional healing that's coming through. Now, the Hope card. This card here is very similar in the temperance energy of alchemy. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. So there's some things that have to happen in order to like really secure it, right? But that's what we have here, the Hope card, wish. Make another wish. Put some good mojo on it, and it looks like you are, because this decision is being made and people are moving forward by the time you get to the energy of Saturday. But let's take a look at what's going on here. So death and rebirth, temperance, balance, divine alchemy again happening for you, Libra. Let's figure out what's going on this Saturday, because it looks as though, like I said, on Sunday you've got the Chariot and you've got moving on. Yes, Queen. We have the Tower in with the Star. Look at that. So this is definitely avoiding a catastrophe. Definitely avoiding a catastrophe with an offer, an acceptance of something, okay? Could be a job, could be a new project, like I said, something with an apprenticeship, resources, sharing. Now, yeah, because there was some conflict in your thought process before with this Eight of Cups that transitions into the Nine of Cups. That means you're now taking another look at, or this other individual is taking another strong, firm, final look at this particular situation. If there was any waffling that they were sensing going on here at the beginning of the week. Again, water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, doesn't necessarily have to be, but that's the consistency that I'm getting out of this right now, okay? What else do we have here? There we go. There's our Fool. And there's the Saturn. There's the World. So imagine the little guy in the white robe being baby magician. And the little guy kneeling down is planting the seeds for what he wants to sow for this next go around, this new event, this new cycle of life. Okay, it's not the magician, but we're going to call it the magician because I think he's cute that way. This is what you needed, planting the seeds for this new go around. So this is going to be a refreshing opportunity for you, okay? Therefore, when we get to the energy of Sunday, we have fast forward, positive momentum happening. And again, with spirit moving on, that didn't do anything here, moving on with ease and grace. Okay, Six of Swords energy, moving out of something that might have been a little bit wonky, even if it was your own thought process, and moving forward in a positive manner. But the Triumph card that comes through for some people is actually a very gorgeous karmic card. So if you're spending a lot of time over here, it's because you kind of know over here that this is what you're supposed to do. And therefore, if you're letting something old go to let the new come in, you have the right to kind of, you know, say goodbye to that old energy. Is there anything else that I'm missing on this universe before I move forward? Nope. We are complete. All right. So that's the basic energy that we have this week. You're going to spend a little bit of time Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, reviewing different details and things that are starting to come out of the woodwork. Second phone calls and things like that. They said phone calls are coming in with this eight of Wands energy on this Tuesday. Something is coming back on the table. You're just kind of going to go through, say your sorries if you need to, receive, you know, cry it out because it's an emotional type of situation. You know that this is the right thing to do. The right decision is for you to be made here. And it's not only going to be the right choice, but it is going to expand with this whole apprenticeship. They keep saying apprentice, so I'm just going to keep sharing the word apprentice. Okay, Libra. So now that we have those basics down, let us go ahead and pull a couple of different oracles that we have here. Again, whatever this decision is that's coming for you is going to be setting you up in a really good situation. A lot of this really does have a lot to do with the timing of the situation for you being in your firm organization, like getting your thoughts back together, right? Okay, so we're going to use the dragon oracles because the dragons wanted to come out. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope, I didn't. So we're going to do the dragons, and then we're going to do the Starseed Oracle, and then we will read the Sun, Moon, and Rising, and then I'll finish off with their Merkaba healing card that shows up, okay? All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do we have? Thank you. We have Archangel Gabriel's dragon, brings purification, self-discipline, will speed your ascension and bring joy. You can carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond with you. Okay, so that's what this Archangel Gabriel, energy of the West, water, communication. Okay, so there's clearing that's coming through for you. Archangel Gabriel's dragon is showing up here for you as well. I love that card. Now let's go into the Starseed Oracle. You have one card, Forge, don't follow. You need to pave a new path and be the leader you wish you had. So remember I told you that apprentice, they kept saying apprentice. I don't know what that means for you in your world. Someone that you're trying to teach the ropes to, or someone that you are receiving energy from with regards to paving a path and doing something new. Don't be the leader that you wish you had. Again, Aries energy coming out of that leadership, organization, being organized. Be the leader that you wish that you would have had. Again, it doesn't matter if you are an entrepreneur, if you are in a supervisory position. Maybe you're up for a promotion and you're really kind of thinking, do I really want to take this on? That's just kind of the energy that we have. Okay. All right. Whatever the choice is, you're going to make the right one. I can tell you that because you're moving forward fast and furious. So, got all those out. Now we're going to go and take a look at the energies for Libra Sun. So, if you are a Libra Sun, then what you're being asked to do is be hermit and go into your solitude for just a little bit of time. Get the glare off of there. Be in your solitude, be in hermit mode a little bit, and honestly figure out if you've been in hermit mode a little bit too much with resisting anything that's coming through. Archangel Haniel steps forward and says to honor your feelings. Honor your feelings. You're supposed to feel your feels. It's part of who you are. Your emotional body needs to be whole, and you can cry it out if you need to cry it out, right? Thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honor my emotions, okay? And then we have the energy of Cancer. I feel. This is the energy of the moon, Neptune energy. I feel. So I would be all up in this moon energy, this full moon release. Maybe if you can, ask for some additional information from your pantheon of people to try to help you navigate the next steps. Okay. If you are a Libra rising, then these are your additional messages. You have 2. Okay, here we go. So the first one is to trust your vibes. Trust your vibes. You know, High Priest or High Priestess, what's going on here. Trust your vibes. Thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. So like going in together and receiving those details. This is a no bullshit card out of the Earth Magic deck. This is Eagle Communion. You are being asked to communicate with Spirit. You're being asked to go in and have conversation with Spirit. So make sure that you're giving yourself time to do that, because they're sharing different levels of guidance with you. It's only for you, so you have to go up and get it, you know what I mean? Or you have to come up to a medium like me to like help translate the details. Here's your other messages that come, okay? We have the energy of Venus, love energy, right? Relationships, love. Did we not have love that showed up in here? Well, I do believe that we did. Take a look. There's a transition within your love world, whatever that happens to be. Okay, so love is here. And then the other one that we get is Jupiter returns. What does it say here? Benefits with Jupiter returns. So let's see. Jupiter returns is the energy of the Chariot. That's what we've got going on here. This is what Jupiter's return, its forward momentum, is bringing you. It's bringing you this Chariot moment. Okay? Awesome, awesome, awesome. If you are a Libra moon, here are your specific additional messages. Balance, getting back to you. Thank you, angels, for bringing me back into balance. Isn't that what it says? For bringing my life into balance. Okay, balance. Your message from the Earth Magic deck is that this is a tsunami. This is a wave of emotion. This is a wave of things that are happening. This is a wake-up call. Get your collective poop in a group. That's what this is saying. Wake-up call. And then we have the second house. We have Taurus. I own, or I have, owning. Second house, owning. Hierophant energy. Okay? Examine what that means. Like I said, this is a big week with Taurus doing its thing. So I would take a look to see if you have Taurus in your chart. Maybe you're dealing with the Taurus. The Hierophant energy is the energy of higher learning, wisdom, recognition of, how do I want to say that? Graduation, organization, like physical building, organization, a workplace. It also means a higher level of commitment. So that higher level of commitment could be someone else trying to get your attention. Someone is really trying to commit and help you balance. Okay? The offer that's on the table is real. All right? So that's what I have for you there. Final card that we have here is the Merkaba, or the Merkaba, healing all levels of your being. Card number 4. Practical stability is what this is about this week, and getting your organization and your clarity back if you felt that you've had a little bit of a challenge there. Okay, so again, here's the Merkaba. Now, this is a long type of a situation, okay? But I'm going to read this 3 times and I'm going to activate it at the end for you. So, as I open my heart to unconditional love and allow myself to reawaken to the ancient knowledge that lies deep within my cellular memory, I allow the Merkaba to reactivate and promote healing on all levels of my being. As I open my heart to unconditional love and allow myself to reawaken to the ancient knowledge that lies deep within my cellular memory, I allow the Merkaba to reactivate and promote healing on all levels of my being. As I open my heart to unconditional love and allow myself to reawaken to the ancient knowledge that lies deep within my cellular memory, I allow the Merkaba to reactivate and promote healing on all levels of my being. And so it is. Okay? And so it is. So what's happening with the Merkaba, and I'm going to read this again here, is that you are being directed to heal your physical DNA. Again, some of you are receiving a lot of spiritual upgrades and DNA upgrades at this particular moment. Some of you are sun gazing, which is where you're receiving a lot of the juicy energy that's coming in from the universe that's supportive. You're doing your grounding work, and now there's this energy of trying to integrate all of it. What you got to be able to do, if you can, is try to meditate with the thought process of you being inside the Merkaba, right? That is your vehicle for channeling. That is your vehicle for traveling as well. So that's really kind of what it is that you want to be able to do. If you happen to have a Merkaba, again, it would be supportive for you. Otherwise, what I would suggest that you do, because they're talking about environment, is also cleaning and clearing and maybe gridding with the Merkaba within your house or your office space in order to keep the flow of communication going. Okay, it can be super tiny. It just needs to be something this big. Let's see on the back of the angel cards here. See how tiny that Merkaba is on Archangel Michael's shield, technically? You can find a small image. You can take a still of this one, shrink it down, take one big crystal and put it on your Merkaba somewhere in your house or in your office space to help clear the energy as well, to help foster the communication for spirit. It will help you while you sleep, ground the different energies that you have, but it is definitely expanding you. So Libra, we already know that you're born psychics. This is what you need at this particular moment to push the energy that doesn't belong to you and ground the energies that do, and connecting you higher up with spirit. So whether you're sun, moon, or rising, I hope that you were able to receive a little bit of extra clarity for details that are coming up this week. You may have to come back to it. If you did, I would really appreciate a like so that other people can find the channel and receive the details as well. Feel free to comment below. Feel free to share this out with other people. And again, if you're looking for a personal session, a one-to-one, take a look at the description box below and you'll find all the information that you need in order to book in with me. I'd love to help you. Having had said that, thank you, Libra. Many, many, many blessings, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye for now.